Hello, everyone. My name is QWERTYUP707, and today we're going to be taking a trip to Shadow School. Before I get into the topic that is Shadows that we're going to be talking about in Shadow School, I'm just going to say that Shadow School is basically teaching you guys about the Shadow Realm, which is going to play a big part in this channel and in a lot of stories. For those of you that are completely clueless, the Shadow Realm is a part of a world that I made myself, where a lot of my creatures live. A lot, not all of them. It is also where my main villain, Terror, lives, which is where we're going to be discussing today in Shadow School. And we will also be talking about, in the future, different kinds of shadows, shadeds, infecteds, and, all that jazz. We could even go through a timeline of the history of the Shadow Realm as well. If you're not interested in the shadows and interested in light people, then, well, tell me. But today in Shadow School, we are going to be talking about Terror's final resting place, the Forbidden Ruins. So, what exactly is the Forbidden Ruins, and what the heck did it make? How is it a ruin? So, the Forbidden Ruins, once a long time ago, was the main city of the Shadow Realm, where the king lived. And that king at the time was Terror. But of course, as some of you may not know, Terror actually died at a very young age for Demon Hogs. He died at the age of 10,000. And he came back to life, as a lot of you know. He's a spirit. But when he came back, he realized that, well, his castle is crowded with all this other stuff, all these other people, like a new king. It was like, what is this? So what he decided to do was say, you know what? This is my kingdom. I'm going to make it my kingdom again. So I'm going to scare the heck out of everyone to make them go away. And that's exactly what he did. He spooked everyone out of the house, not the house, the city, and spooked them all the way to the other cities like Berbrahelm, Hydrocostum, and Diggerupt. Diggerupt and Berbrahelm were very popular choices. As they went about making their new center city, which is actually in the center this time, Terror went about making his own reservations. He renovated a lot of things, but then didn't at the same time. It looks almost exactly the same as it was when he first came, except for a few key things like the door. It has his symbol on it, his new symbol. But that was the past, was it now? So it's basically just Terror's headquarters, and the ruins is what surrounds it. The ruins of the old houses that he may or may not have demolished himself. And also a part of the ruins is the Colosseum, which is mentioned in The Apprentice, which is a collab between me and the Yellow Viper, but we can get onto that later. As for being a stronghold, it is pretty tough. It has a 3-layer brick. He has 3 brick walls. A 3-layer. How do you say that? It's a wall that's 3 gigantic bricks thick. There we go. This is what I get for not having script. And it also has a really creaky wooden door. Now, why is it creaky exactly? Why is that a big ol'... Why is that emphasized, QWERTY? What are you trying to get at? Well, even if you were just moving an inch, it would make the most creakiest noise you ever heard out of a door. And so that gives away that someone is coming in when they're not supposed to be. And if it's a bug, well, they must be new at their job because there's other things that bugs can do to get inside the stronghold, such as cracks in the walls and stuff like that. You can also go through the cracks in the walls, but those are very, very slim, unlike you. So, okay, don't take that offense. You are probably very healthy at this point. Uh, let's see. One of the places mentioned when you first go about into the Forbidden Ruins, which you probably shouldn't, is the courtyard, which is the area directly in front of the castle door. There are normally a lot of centipedes around there because how else is everyone going to get in? But there are also centipedes crawling about the ruins of the houses and about the Colosseum, just, making sure that no one's trying to sneak around, because people can be sneaky, and they can be sneaky too, so they're being sneakier than you, or at least trying to. If you are to possibly get past the courtyard and through that creaky door, you will be in the entrance hall. And their intruders will have a very nice surprise. And when I mean nice, I don't mean nice. I mean very horrible. A moth will come swooping down from the top corner of when you come in, and they will pluck you off the ground and take you away to their master. They are very sneaky, I know. It's quite a troll move. A lot of rooms, by the way, that are mentioned that are in the stronghold is the sitting room where Terror spends most of his time. I cannot English sometimes. And also the laboratory where he does a lot of his research, despite something. Wrong word. He has a laboratory. He has a laboratory and a library. There. He has a laboratory and a library, but he mainly uses a laboratory because he thinks he's smarter than everyone else, and that very well may be true. Also, he has quote-unquote guest rooms, big quotes on that, because they're never really guests. They don't stay that long. They usually stay for like a few days. And if they are quote-unquote guests, then well, they're not guests, they're intruders. If you are an intruder and you somehow manage to get past the moths, well, you've still got a few problems because there's centipedes almost around every corner, as well as spiders, cockroaches, earwigs, and I hate to say it, mosquitoes. They will suck your blood out and then bring you to terror. So there's a lot of really, really spooky stuff waiting for you inside Terror's stronghold if you dare go inside. If you are caught, though, Terror may torment you. Well, actually, yes, it's 100% guarantee that he will torment you and throw you out onto the current king's doorstep. Fear, his son, in which you will probably be punished again, not unless they know that Terror has already punished you. So what about this fear? I haven't heard a lot of fear, QWERTY. Well, just a little quick trivia here. Fear is Terror's son, like I said, and he is the current king. Very nice king, in fact. He actually means a lot to Terror, just so you know. And even though he's a fair king, he has fair punishments as well. So if you are caught in the Forbidden Ruins just not giving his dad enough space, then you're probably going to be punished. But I'm not sure what that punishment is. Nobody knows. They aren't allowed to tell. Let's see here. I think that's about it. So, if you liked this video, then I suppose you can like. I mean, I just did this on the fly. Clearly, I don't have any script. So, I hope you liked this little video that I've got here. If you want to see more of the Shadow School, then please, pretty please let me know and what subject you want to learn next. Like a few that I'm interested in is the Bleeding Coast and I don't know which city, but I'm thinking about Diggerupt and Hydrocostum. Those are very interesting cities. If you want to learn more about creatures, then we can always talk about the Shadeds and other kinds of shadows, such as earth shadows, water shadows, wing shadows, snow shadows, and the ever very rabid blood shadows. Also, there are things called infecteds, but that's going to be a very short episode because they are very simplistic. So, yep, that's the end of this video. Gotta go fast. Bye.